From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a 2nd and 6. A run once more with Hampton. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, it's Hampton. And he's got it to about the 40.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Cameron Dicker on now to try to field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They're all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A short throw to Ingram. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
You can really see him work those progressions after the defense took away his first option. And that's easier said than done, especially when you aren't in the flow of the game yet. That's the kind of decision-making they're going to need all game long.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
At the 25-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Chargers.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. inside here, Hampton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 2nd and 2. Herbert. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Herbert now. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First down, Broncos.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He's got the tight end, Oronde Gadsden. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Vidal. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. And there could be some room to roam.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And
now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Vidal now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And one more time with Vidal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Nix to the air. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
1st down, Broncos.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Breaks through the contact. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Open man is Waddle complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw. Here's Nix. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now it's Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To throw is Nix. Another catch there for Waddle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there of creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Operating from the gun. Nix on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. Now a handoff for Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kickable overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, it's Hampton. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To the right side, he finds his receiver, Harris. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to Hampton on 1st down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 10, Broncos 6. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Nix finding Sutton. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. They're trained to catch everything.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete.
Complete to number 14, Cortland Sutton. A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Chargers 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Herbert going to throw. Johnston hauls it in. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Herbert. Completes to Njoku. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10. Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here's second down.
It's now second and 19 at the 42.
Throwing Herbert. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up third and 8.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a third and 8. Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.